Welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about new iPhones because today was iPhone day. So I ended up getting a blue iPhone 12 mini instead of the iPhone 12 Pro that I was kind of looking at getting. In fact, I even bought that and then ended up returning it because I just realized that this was the phone that I wanted. I really wanted a nice small phone again. The iPhone 12 mini is exactly that. It is almost as small as the iPhone 5 and yet has a nice big display that you can get a lot more on than you can obviously the iPhone 5. So you get more screen real estate actually than the iPhone 8 or SE, the current SE, in a smaller, slightly smaller form factor than the SE or the 8. So it is an awesome compromise between size and performance because it does have the latest chip. Everything about the iPhone 12 mini is actually the same as the iPhone 12. So the iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 mini are very similar. The only difference is, of course, the size, as well as there is some compromise here with a smaller phone. You get a smaller battery, so there is that. But other than that, you just get a slightly smaller screen with a slightly smaller device. And I think that's great because I still get the great cameras that come with the iPhone 12, actually, and 12 Pro, because the 12 Pro only includes an additional telephoto lens, which honestly I hardly ever use, so that's really not a big deal to me to have that lack of the telephoto lens. Now, it did have LiDAR on there on the iPhone 12 Pro, which is nice for measurements and for quick autofocus in low light scenarios, but again, overall, I'm probably not going to use this in low light a whole lot. I'm trying to have as much light as I can with this light here, of course. So when I shoot it on anything that I'm trying to shoot, I'm trying to have as much light as I can possible anyway. So I don't think that's going to make a big difference to me, as well as the size that you get with this iPhone 12 mini is excellent for one-handed use. And especially compared to the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which my wife got. She got the 12 Pro Max, and it is incredibly large compared to this. It does have better cameras, and of course has the best battery life of any of the iPhones. So it really is just a trade-off between the camera as well as the battery life. Those are the two big things that differentiate the different models this year. All of them have the fastest chip in it, and all of them have excellent OLED displays, so you get nice bright displays and everything on there. So definitely, and I love the new flat edges here, so you can actually stand these devices up flat on a countertop or something like that, and you can actually just use it sitting there like that. So that is really a nice advantage, and to me it just also feels a lot better in the hand. It's a lot grippier. The last few devices, in fact, I guess it's since the iPhone 6 and later, have all been kind of slippery actually in your hand because there's not a nice grippy edge to it. So that is a difference. There is a difference on the iPhone 12 mini and 12 versus the Pro models. So on the back, you do get this very fingerprint prone, but actually nice and grippy glass back. So it is a shiny glass back on the iPhone 12 and 12 mini, whereas on the 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max there's more of a matte finish. And actually it's right here you can see the difference. So the matte finish on the iPhone 12 Pro and Pro Max is like this all on here, and then it's just flip-flopped between the two. So that is the difference, a little bit of subtle differences. Also, on the sides of the 12 mini, it is a brushed aluminum versus that really shiny stainless steel. It is, I guess, a less premium product, but honestly, I actually like the fact that it doesn't have so many fingerprints immediately on the side. I know it's not really a big deal, and honestly, I'm hardly ever looking at that. And of course, you do get a lot of fingerprints on the back here, but of course, I'm never looking at the back, so that's not really that big a deal. But you know, fingerprints are fingerprints, and It's nice not to have a bunch of fingerprints all the time. I am planning on using this device without a case. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'll be able to use it as much as possible without a case. I do occasionally, if I go to a theme park like Disney or something like that, or if I go on a bike ride, I usually like to have a case on my phone for those situations. But I'm going to try to see how much I can avoid using the case as much as possible, because I do very much like using the device without the case. So we'll see how that goes. If I do drop my phone, that is going to be a sad day, obviously. And here's a little bit of a test of the front-facing camera on the iPhone 12 mini. I just wanted to do this really quick as a comparison in this same lighting scenario as the iPhone 11 Pro. And this is without HDR on, and then I will just switch it over to HDR real quick. So here's the same shot with HDR on, and honestly, I don't know, it's almost looks totally blown out to me. Okay, so I can adjust the light here a little bit. I don't know, what do you think? Is it better with the HDR on or the HDR off? Honestly, I'm not so sure that I like the HDR, so let me know in the comments below what you think, which is better. As always, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I will have more Tesla content coming, obviously, in the future. This is a little bit of a different video than my normal videos, so stay tuned for some more Tesla content. And as always, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.